God, Coop, you always get here before even I can open the chat. That's crazy. I don't understand it. Like, are you just always around? Like, you always get here before I even have a chance to open the chat. Like, you post your first message before I can even open it. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll guys always give some time for people to get here. I am also unemployed right now, so I get it. I very much get it. Yep, that's why I stream at random ass times. Yeah, let's give a bit of time though. Hello, people who have joined. Welcome. Coop, I get it, Coop. I get it. You do what you gotta do. Okay, let's get started, I guess. So, first matchup of the night, we've got Dom versus Pluto. Dom, the 8 seed, very, very dominant, showing in pools. And then we have Pluto at seed 121, obviously a bit of a weaker pool showing, but can't ever count anyone out. This is a queen slate, of course. So let's take a look at the matchup here. I mean, Zapdos looks fucking god tier, my god. Like, what does Pluto do into Zapdos? Like, just so little. Nothing switches in on it. I guess Rotom, just toxic that. And, like, there's no... I guess the Clark is Celebi, but Celebi doesn't have a lot of chances to click into this team, yeah. I mean, it's just an insane Zapdos matchup. Holy shit. Azov also looking fantastic here into no dark type. Psychic HP, ground signal me, of course, hits everything. Or even just like a utility set with Boom is fine because... I mean, there's no Ghost, so Hitmontop can spin away a rock set up by like those 4 middle mons. Heat Ray is a bit tough for Dom to switch into, as Fire Resist are both not the bulkiest things in the world. Choice Band Kratos will not come in and kill the Zapdos because there's no Trick Room setter on Pluto's team, so it will not be doing that. But yeah, Heatran looks pretty good, I will say. Sub looks solid. But overall, I think Zapdos is just such a big factor. I think I have to give the matchup to Dom. Let's get right into it. Excuse the coughing, everyone. My asthma acts up a bit at night. Anyway, no going to Earth Power into the Earth. So it's gonna Swords and Earth Power again. Do 53 this time, so good trade here. I guess Ursaring did trade up there. We're gonna see Lopunny come in, Switcheroo, a Choice Band to Celebi. Celebi's gonna Psychic. Celebi's now in a really tough position. Zapdos comes in, has this Hitmontop at the same time, okay? Forces out the Hitmontop. We're gonna sub with the Zapdos. It's very, very pressuring here. Get Heat Wave into Rotom doing 46. That's not bad damage for a neutral hit. It's a more offensive Rotom. Sub calling the Pain Split. Very good play from Dom there. Obviously, Rotom just gets 2 Akio now by Heat Wave, so... Really tough position for Pluto. Out to Celebi. Okay, on the Thunderbolt. Good play, good play. But I know Zapdos can just sub again, right? I guess Celebi has quick Psychic. This should break it. Yes, but Zapdos can just, like... It can literally PP stall these, yeah, because... It's choice now, and, like, it has pressure. It can just PP stall these until Celebi gets a split F drop. Even a crit won't kill. I mean, it'll like get really low, but you can just PP stall these here. Down just 7 Psychics now. So only 4 more clicks. It's 3. It's 2. So he didn't roost everybody. He's gonna sub again. Okay, so Celebi has 3 Psychics left. We got Eruption with the Heatran. So it's a Quiet Nature Scarf Heatran because it has to be Quiet Nature in Gen 4. So that's a real, I guess for Gen 7 technically. So it's a really interesting set with the Scarf, but with Quiet, like, it's not that fast. Kingdra comes in as the Celebi, so Thunderwave comes out. Obviously, protecting your Kingdra is very important. Registeel comes in, and we're going to go back into Zapdos. Wow. Forcing out the Rotom again when you just sub here. Roost up as Celebi is a good Psychic, but it only has one more PP of Psychic now. Out to Heatran. Yeah, Zapdos can just sub again. This Zapdos putting in so much work with pressure. Oh my god. Oh no, and Fire Blast is the stab. Yeah, this thing can just PP stall everything. Holy shit. It's yeah, like this Zapdos just PP draining the PP from this team. It's crazy. It's like a fucking public pool. We see Celebi was very yeah, no, it's not. And that Fire Blast Mist is going to force out his Heatran with this choice. Yeah, I mean this Zapdos just wins, right? Like Zapdos literally just wins the game here. So we can get rocks. I guess that's decent, but like, how the fuck are you gonna force out this Zapdos? My Logic's gonna come in, take the Thunderbolt. Is it like Miracle or something? No, it's just got Ice Beam. I think on top is he just gonna sub again? No, he just Thunderbolts here. 54. That him on top is into a KO range. He has leftovers, meaning it's not like a sort of way to. It's toxic. Oh yeah, the Zapdos just wins the game. I mean, this was a rough Zapdos matchup, and by rough I mean like abysmal matchup into Zapdos for Pluto. Like I don't know, was there anything you even could have done here? No, we're not gonna mention the Kratos. I cannot have done shit. Yeah, I know this Zapdos just destroyed Pluto's entire team. There's nothing you can really do about it. Yeah, this was just a terrible Zapdos matchup. Is what it is, but yeah, it's just gonna like. But I will admit, I think the choice to rely on low PP moves might not have been smartest. But anyway, Dragon Pulse, yeah, surely does not break the sub, right? No, it does, but like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that was just Roost. We Dragon Pulse. We're gonna need a crit here, like, to get breakthrough it, really. Yeah, and that's the end of the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure Zapdos took out every Pokemon or the Nidoking Ursaring trade. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate, but once the Celebi was tricked, there was very little he could do. Even if it wasn't tricked, there wasn't much he could do, depending on the fourth move. Yeah, incredibly dominant win by Dom. I mean, I know, man, this game was kind of sad. It was just like Zapdos sitting on everything, and this is why Zapdos is a Pokemon you have to respect in prep and in drafting, especially. It's something that you need. Like, all the top tiers, you need to have a plan for them in your drafting, and unfortunately, Pudokuro did not have a plan for Zapdos specifically while drafting, and that did kind of bite him in the butt here. So yeah, Dom move on to top 64. And then we got Friedel, seed 37 versus Grimmett, seed 92. Let's take a look. Well, Dragonite looks okay here. I mean, obviously you have the Tran, which is your Steel type, but Crescent and Blastoise are fine enough to take it on with Ice coverage, and obviously Flygon can just revenge you with Outrage, which is pretty strong. Scizor looking not great until he Steel resists either, but it's going to be important to bring in here, obviously, for the Crest. Crest is a fucking problem. I think Banded, like Bug Bite Scissor, could be pretty good here. You just have to watch about Heatran coming in, but you do have Snorlax and Vaporeon, which are pretty solid Heatran checks if I do say so myself, so is Claydol. Raikou has a tough time into Snorlax, Claydol. Jolteon is a bit interesting, but Flygon looking very strong here as well. Especially Scarf. I mean, he's usually Scarf, but like Scarf Flygon's so good here. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. I think I'm going to lean Friedel here, but it's a tough call for sure. Let's get into it. U-turn getting off a Queen Fairy 2 into Claydol. Rocks go up from the Claydol, and Heatran's going to come in. Fire Blast can come out to 27 to Vaporeon. That might be like a boosting item. Not sure though. Surf doing 76 to Heatran, so a ton of damage. And protecting on the boom. Very, very good play by Grim there. Very good play. Raikou's going to come in though. He can start setting up here if he wants to. Snorlax is the switch. He's going to start Calm Minding, yeah. It's got Aura Spear doing only 42. That's a very fast Snorlax. Whirlwind, forcing out the Raikou into the Flygon. Very good prep there. Or because it come out to 42 Snorlax, Snorlax goodbye slam. Brazilian predicting a U-turn there, but yeah. And then Dragon Claw, so the Flying Rod does reveal it's not choice. Good to know. U-turn out to 34. Into the Blastoise as we have a Toxic with Quaidol. Is the Quaidol going to try and spin? It might be slower than Blastoise. It is probably slower than Blastoise. Switching in comes Roselia. Blastoise get fire of a Toxic. Obviously do nothing to the Poison type. God, I love Roselia. It's just such a pretty Pokemon. We're going to have a Leech Seed into Honchkrow. Interesting. Switching into Quaidol, Substitute down to Brave Bird. Yep. Dragonite's the bring. And interesting. Good extreme speed. Okay, it kills with 61. That might be banded. Yeah, Protect's a very good move in Gen 4. Protect's a very good move in like these early gens, like Gens 2 through 4, even Gen 5. A Calm Mind Psychic. Oh no, misses the Stun Spore. That is really bad. I was on a Psychic. Honestly, I'm surprised Crest didn't HP Fire there. Like, that was a free HP Fire. Akaberry does not kill us as a Zero Bug Bite. It's good Swords Dance, but Crest is faster. +2 does 19. That's a Fizz Def Crest. Holy, that's a like the most physically defensive Crest of all time. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that SD there, but I think Crest just wins here, right? I guess not. I mean, let's go Blastoise anyway. Crest wins like long term. And then Raikou also just wins now anyway. Best those damages, I assume it's Banded Dragonite. A switch on the Thunderbolt. Rosellia's gonna go down. Vaporeon can't. I can probably take a Thunderbolt, but I mean it's not gonna do much back. I mean, I don't think the crit really matter. Like, what's it gonna do? And Dryax can die Roxia. Frito win for Frito here. Honestly, I think both sides played this fine. Like, the Protect on the Heatran was very smart to bait the explosion, and then like the Bandian was solid. So missing the Stun Spore sucked. I'm not sure how much it mattered long term. Well, I guess it mattered a lot because if it had hit the Stun Spore, Scissor could Swords Dance up and would have been faster than Crest and be an amazing position. So yeah, Stun Spore miss was definitely pretty critical there, but I think Frito still had a lot of good pieces. So it might. I don't think it was game over. I don't think Frito won the game because of it, but I think it made it a lot, like a damn lot easier for Frito to win. So unfortunate, but going by Frito, that's a Frito. Moving on, top 64 again. Okay, let's get into our next game. We have Aubrey, seed 61, versus Mithran Ninja the Mob, seed 68. Yeah, I'm just calling the Mithran because that's a really long fucking name. So let's take a look here. Well, Zapdos, looking pretty solid. The one issue is Blissey, but like you turning out from Zapdos into Blissey into like a Lucario, like I think a really Lucario set where like Wumberry, Swords Dance, Close Combat. Like actually, no, you can't fit everything you want, but you need speed for Dugtrio. Yes, Coop, it's almost like Rocks and Hazards are insane in this metagame. I still think Lucario could be pretty good here, like, even just 4 attacks. Like, 4 attacks, Life Orb, but Close Combat, Crunch, Ice Punch, Extreme Speed, just U-turn out with Zapdos into Blissey and just force a kill every time. Career Period telling E-Speed should KO a Dugtrio if it's not like Sash or, I guess, Chill on Berry, but mostly Sash. So if you can keep Rocks up, that helps. And Aubrey doesn't have a spinner, so as long as Mithran can get up Rocks once, that Dugtrio having a Sash is no longer a worry. So yeah, Lucario looking really, really strong here. Suicune looking decent. Main thing you have to watch out for is Zapdos, but also Encore Clefable is obviously annoying. Rotom does swallow a good chunk of this team, but Weavile's pretty big into it. Weavile looks really solid here outside the Suicune. The Suicune is, of course, a huge roadblock for Mithran. Like, Zapdos can kind of help, but it doesn't always 1v1 the Suicune. Obviously, it depends on both their sets. Donphan can spin, not great into Rotom, but it can do it, like with paybacks and stuff. It's not amazing, but you can do it. And like you can repeatedly go into Clef, not take hazard damage, force the Rotom to continually take Toxic, from the Donphan, and eventually you'll be able to spin. I don't even know if Max Speed Bastion outspeeds Crawdon, and neither of them are coming anyway. So, I guess like Crawdon's like, no, Crawdon's terrible at the world. What am I saying? I think I'm actually going to lean Mithran in this matchup. Actually, no, I'm definitely leaning Mithran here. Let's get into it. Aubrey on the left, Mithran on the right. Lucario just go lead, and the Rose was good. You got turn 1 Close Combat doing 51, but like you're risking so much. And the risk, and never punished, I guess, because Sleep Powder is going to miss. Never punished. So, yeah, I mean, that Lucario going to sleep like might have literally lost Mithran the name on turn 1, but sometimes we're lucky. Sleep talks the rest twice, very funny. Darwin comes in, basically get poisoned as a Glycerol taunt here. Okay. Rotom's gonna come in on the very obvious Rabbitsman, yeah. And Donphan taking some chip here. Clef is gonna come in. Oh, did he not realize Rotom Wash is water type? I mean, his ghost type in this shit. It's not water type. Oh god. My Burn Crisis is brackets. You've gotta know this shit. Anyway, Starbucks gonna come off as Donphan. He's gonna come in. He's gonna try and spin, but obviously can't. So he's gonna get rocks here. Presumably he's not packing away around this Rotom then on the Donphan, which is a bit of a problem. Clef comes back in. Sweetness goes sub though. Esclef Toxic. Yeah, I know. This is brackets. Like I'm surprised you don't realize that it's a ghost type. Anyway, I think Suicune just wins now. I think Suicune just wins the game, right? Yeah, that's painful. Damn, the Wash almost been. Oh, that's us. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, I mean, yeah, like, I don't even think it was a misplay. I think it was more so like just not learning the basics of the format. I know. I mean, this was kind of sad, but it is what it is. I mean, yeah, like, if you don't know that, it makes it really hard. Yeah, that's the whole point of Rotom plus like Spikers is that it's really gonna spit mucking. And Suicune just won, and honestly, I don't think the hazards made a fucking difference. I don't see anything on this build that beats Suicune. Like, nothing. Like, Toxic Seismic Toss doesn't beat Sub, which is very easy to bring here, because your Water Resist is a fucking Crawdon. Like, it's probably Mono Water. Surely it's Mono Water. Like, you don't need shit for Crawdon. Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Very big, dominant win by Aubrey, of course. Next game, we got Validity. Seed 22 versus Foul Seed 107. Validity with this dog shit Trick Room team they still got stuck with. However, they are only 3 games from getting to draft their own team, which I'm sure they would appreciate. So we will see there if they get that far. We'll get the matchup here. Well, Azelf looking okay. Obviously, the Psychers just aren't great, but I mean, Crest is going like it can Nasty Plot. The thing with Azelf here is you can run like Nasty Plot like a fuck ton of bulk, right? You just run bulk speed for PZ. That's what like it's like 124 EVs or something, and then like you can throw the rest in bulk and offense. Like this is a very strong Azelf matchup. Heatran not bad here either, but obviously like, Garamam will do frying it. Fly Guy's a really tough time to see. I will say Fly Guy's a really rough time here. No Ghostness on Validity's side, and Miss Maggie's out being everything. Okay, there's a PC, but like, I don't really count that. Miss Maggie's looking very strong here offensively. On Validity's side, however, Gyara's looking solid. Like, if they want a sturdy Water Resist, they need to bring fucking Lapras in. I mean, I guess Lapras doesn't even have. Lapras, if only Pelipper got Drizzle, thank God he doesn't. Yeah, Lapras, is pretty good, and honestly, I really like Lapras' matchup here. Like, not much frames it that well. I think it definitely comes because it's your best Gyarados response, and you can Thunderbolt that. Also, it's a decent Mammal Slime response, too. Yeah, this is actually a really solid Lapras matchup overall. I'm not sure what you drop for it. Maybe Flygon, honestly. I don't love Flygon here. Yeah, I don't love Flygon. I can even see dropping Heatran. Heatran's kind of a rough spot with Pokemon like Hariyama able to come in and, like, good ways to force it out really easily. So yeah, I think you probably drop one of Heatran or Flygon for the Lapras. On Validity's team on offensively, Hariyama looking fantastic. Fighting Resist are both very, very frail. So that's nice. Obviously, in Trick Room, that thing does just kind of go berserk here. PZ also looking not bad. Obviously, like, normal ground ghost coverage is pretty solid. You know, like agility if you want. You know, it's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going somehow. No, I don't think I can say I'm going to lean Velocity, but I think it's closer than. I think I'm going to say I'm going to lean Foul, but it's a lot closer than you would think at first glance. Like, we see Bronzong lean to Heatran. Heatran got taunt as Bronzong just Earthquakes on turn 1, doing 92. Fireworks can come out. It's Aqua, but it's going to crit. Wow, that would have done 21 without Aqua. That's insane. Anyway, Heatran goes down. Miss Mag comes in. Shadow Ball is a good Gyro Ball here to kill it. Yep, goodbye, Miss Magus. And this Bronzong has already gone 2 for 1. The Pelipper came. Okay, Surf's gonna kill. I don't understand why the Pelipper is here, but it is. Okay. Feel like if you're gripping one of your low tier waters here, surely you go lap. They both came. Okay, what the fuck? What? They brought both low tier water. I guess you're dropping. You brought Heatran. Okay, so they probably dropped Flygon. And what else did they probably drop? I assume Hitmontop. And so I'm going to assume the 2 months in the back here are Roserade and Azelf, most likely. We'll see. Trick Room goes up. We're going to see Protect. Memento comes out, but does not. Wait. Memento doesn't kill you if your opponent protects? I feel like that's different in Modern Gens, but I could be wrong. Anyway, we're going to Roar. What? Wait. Why are you not Roar? You Roar here, but you took this all this damage for no reason. Roar brings in the Rampardos. We're going to Surf it for 42. That does nothing. Well, he's -2 Stappers, if fair. Head Smash get KO. What's the opponent? Foul's gonna bring in their Roserade. Grass not only just trade a Crest, even though it's kind of heavy. Sleep Power comes out, so it's not spiking Roserade, of course. Yo, Leech Seed here, but I mean, unless Crest sleeps for one. Oh, it's Sleep Talk. Okay, so Rest Talk's probably Calm Mind Psychic. There's no Dark type, right? Yeah, no Dark type, so Calm Mind Psychic makes sense. Rampardos gonna come in on the Grass Knot. Okay. That's unfortunate. But in comes Gyarados. It reveals to be HP Electric Roserade. Wow, interesting. Would not have expected that, but it makes sense. We're going to bounce here. It's not power. I mean, we saw it with Combat, yeah. Puppers come and take 84, get paralyzed. It's so fucking funny that bounce can paralyze, by the way. Why can't it do that? I don't get it. Anyway, Azelf can come in. It's presumably Scarf. Never mind. So the Headbutt will kill, so that might be... it's Life Orb, yeah. Cresselia come in. Oh, wow. Yeah, baiting the explosion. Amazing play by Velocity. They're baiting the explosion. And then Crest, I mean, as long as it rolls like a psychic move, it probably wins this. I mean, yeah, Crest, I don't think Roserade can ever win this, right? Without a crit. Yeah, I mean, yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand the brain of the Pelipper. The Lapras was fine. I know Pelipper, like, did do stuff, but I don't think it was very good here, overall. Interesting, Roserade said, I don't mind HP Electric here. But yeah, baiting that boom on the Porygon Z was an amazing play. Wow, it was fantastic. Yeah, Velocity gonna take home another win with this dog shit draft they got. So yeah, Velocity into top 64. 2 more and they'll get actually good Pokemon. But for now, let's move on to the next game. Okay, game 5, we do have G-Char Seed 21 versus Cygnus Seed 108. Okay, so, First thing I'm noticing is Rotom has a fantastic matchup here. Maybe I might have to come for it. Like, Rotom looks so damn good here. It's very difficult for G-Char to break down outside of, like, stuff like maybe, a Specs Heatran or, like, a Calm Mind Raikou. But Calm Mind Raikou, obviously... Actually, no, Calm Mind Raikou... Wait a minute, saying Raikou looks fucking amazing here. Rotom Steelix as the Electric Resist, that's nothing. And nothing naturally faster. Yeah, Raikou goes fucking berserk here. Wow. Infernape also is a pretty solid matchup. You do have to worry about Milo, but that's about it. And you can turn out on Milo into something like Rotom. And Rotom is not the easiest thing for G-Char to like come in on. I'm unsure if Rotom goes Wash or Frost here. I put Wash for now for Heatran, but I mean it could be your way. As I say, I always like choose what I think is the best Rotom for in the matchup, but I'm not. It's not always like 100% sure. Flygon looking pretty solid. The ground resists aren't the best outside Rotom, and you can like chip that down pretty well here. I will say, Cygnus can get up rocks because the Spear's a Sand Slash, and I can't really do shit to a Rotom. And Blastoise can just be on G-Char's team completely freely, so rocks aren't going to be as frightening for Cygnus. This Raikou is so. I think I'm gonna go Cygnus here. I think it's a pretty close one though. There we go. G-Tron on the Cygnus on the right. I wonder if that's a custom. I'm not sure. I think it is. HP Ground Azelf on turn 1 as Heatran's gonna Flamethrower, but obviously Heatran's gonna be forced out here. Psychic as the Mesprit comes in. Psychic's and it's gonna boom, and I assume that's the rocker, all of these rockers, so they are trading their pixies, their White Guardians. We're gonna trick with the Roma Choice Band. Ooh, Choice Band onto Heatran's interesting. And Thunderbolt not gonna KO, but Heatran's obviously locked into rocks now. Just gonna sack it. I guess, fair enough. Now they're gonna go Sandslash on the Thunderbolt, but this one probably has Blizzard, doesn't it? Let's get Toxic. We don't know the last move, I guess. Fling Iron Ball. That's always a fight tech for a Ghost, especially for Rotom, but, like, yeah, it just does this. And, like, what the fuck do you do? They didn't even respect that Sandslash to bring bring coverage for it. They just ran Metal Electric, and I don't blame them. Sandslash is kind of bad. And by kind of bad, I mean it's really bad, so. Sure, let's get off the spin as Sandslash is going to, Earthquake here. But it's going to go down to the Poison. Flygon comes in. Earthquake's going to knock out Blastoise, but, like, Cygnus is in a really strong position here. Steelix comes in. We do see a White Form on the Flygon, so Earthquake would have done a lot of damage, but presumably Steelix will invested to with it, and also a Fire Blast, year 1. So if we're going to do 66, Steelix booms. It is not going to KO my Wallach, but it's going to be at just 21%, and Rotom counts just come in, kill Thunderbolt, yeah. Honestly, I would have just gone. I feel like you had to go hard flying on there. I feel like my luck's pretty important. Anyway, Heatran's gonna come out to KO the Rotom. Drapion's gonna knock out the Heatran here. We do bring in the Flygon. Earth Power into Shuca Berry. That's not gonna kill. It's presumably Ice Fang. Yep, Ice Fang should KO. Yep, it's Life Orb, so that's gonna take this out. The last Pokemon is Raikou. Just got Thunderbolt, Drapion. What is Cygnus' viable one? Is Infernape, but it's presumably it's Scarf Earthquake. And Thunderbolt's only going to do 66. Without parry, you can't win. No parry, he's going to protect, but it doesn't matter. Yep. And Scarf and Infernape going to beat the Raikou in the end game. This is a fun one. Super fast, super explosive. No pun intended. This Rotom did a lot of work early game. And just getting off all that damage. Really was big. Yeah, this is just pretty much HO from this doesn't look like HO, but it feels like HO to me from Cygnus' side. Losing to Mesprit obviously made the Infernape a lot bigger threat. Double ground move on Flygon. I didn't even notice that in game. That's interesting. I get it. Like, Earthquake's really spammable here, but you all better move to Steelix, so I get it. Yeah, double dark move Sandslash is interesting. Like, again, this is another one. I'm like, I get it. I don't love it, but I get it. Yeah, overall, a nice win by Cygnus here. Game 6, we have Checkmate Seed 42 versus Pokology Seed 87. And what do we know? We see a Rain Mirror. Both sides have a Kingdra and a Qwilfish. But I will say Checkmate has a much more reliable Rain Sayers than Azelf and Bronzong compared to, Raikou. Gastrodon, yeah. So, Checkmate's Rain is easier to enable, however. Pokology can also take advantage of that same Rain, so he's got to be careful. Azelf looking pretty solid. Only Psychic Resist is Heatran. Raikou also looking very good, though. No ground type on Checkmate's team. In fact, no electric resist, period. Raikou's a fucking problem for Checkmate. Holy shit. Like, there's no electric resist, period, and it ties her outspeed surfing. It is a really tough Raikou matchup, my god. Flygon looking okay, not amazing here. Gatlite actually looks really, really solid. The fighting resist is just Zapdos. Obviously, Zapdos doesn't want to take too much chip. I think I'm going to give this match to Pokology. Raikou's just so strong here. Everything else is kind of mixed. Kind of like even. So let's go into it. Checkmate off Pokology. Obviously, Flygon lead into Azelf. We're just going to get off a U-turn 58, so it reveals Scarf on turn 1 into Raikou. Get up rocks, but like, I guess he's just switch out Fearing, and this song can also be Scarfed. Raikou's going to protect. Okay, protect Sky and the explosion makes sense. It's going to sub. Zapdos. Okay, yeah, I get it. Return Zapdos looks stupid, but it beats. It breaks through Sub Calm Mind Raikou. So like I get it, where HP Ground wouldn't. So it's not good, but like I understand it. Like it's a fine break. It's fine. Turn on window in 12 to Heatran. Yeah. Rock's gonna go up. Qwilfish comes in. It's gonna give a spike. Heatran's gonna Dragon Pulse. Okay. So Bruno is not right on Air Power. I think Waterfall can come out. Is Pasho Berry. We're gonna kill the Qwilfish with Dragon Pulse, but it did get pop the Chesto, the Pasho, and get a hazard. But King just gonna be slower. Oh shit. We're gonna have the bomb berry with the Dragon Pulse. Yep. I mean, did do Dragon makes sense. If Flygon comes out though, we know it's Scarf, right? Yeah, you're forced out into Bronzong. Flygon is gonna walk into Outrage Zone now. Bronzong can take advantage of this. Let's go. Let's get quick. Bird Gyro. Yeah, 95. Oh my god, that is Life Orb Bronzong. Fair enough. I was like, that's Macho Bear, so Life Orb. Yeah, it was Life Orb. The Galaxy's gonna come in quick Reflect as Bronzong's gonna Trick Room. It's gonna boom here, KOing through the Reflect. That Life Orb doing God's work here. Is this fucking Soul Hitmontop? I mean, it's not gonna be Sword and Gastron, of course. Out to Kingdra. As Gastron's gonna start cursing. This Trick Room going against Checkmate now. Got Earthquake. Kingdra's gonna barely live and disable the Earthquake. Is it Mono Earthquake? No way, right? It can't be. Yeah, this is Zapdos Waterfall. Okay, but I mean, you can maybe take advantage of that with something. The Trick Room is gone. The Trick Room did really backfire. Azelf's gonna come in probably. Boom. That KO's through the fucking. That KO'd through the curse. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Hitmontop's gonna come out. Kingdra's going to come out. Kingdra's gonna DD. Close combat to 75, but this thing's not intimidating. I mean, he has some sort of priority move to pick this off. Yep, Mach Punch. Raikou comes in. Can Raikou beat these last two? I don't know. He's got Protect here, obviously, for some recovery. We're just going to spam Mach Punch. Fair enough. This is 40. That's not bad damage at all. Verbal doesn't even kill. Like, you can protect it and it's a roll, but, like, I don't think it's going to matter. I think Zapdos just is always fine here. He's going to get the roll anyway. So, yep. Raikou's going to go down. Checkmate's going to get the 2-0 win. Very, very cool prep here. I like the return Zapdos a lot. He was obviously very, very scared of sub Calm Mind Raikou. And based on this, that was probably what the set was. Because no ground type. So, that it did its job. Life Orb, Trick Room, Bronzong was cool. It didn't really work out, but it was cool. And Disable Kingdra. I don't hate that. Like, so what you do is you Hitmonberry, take the Outrage. Then you disable on the following turn. It's still locking Outrage. It can't do it. And then it like only has Waterfall. That's the idea. It's a pretty cool set. It's not the first time I've ever seen Disable Kingdra. It's pretty rare. I think I've seen it once or twice before. And yeah, pretty solid prep on a Vocaloid side too. Curse Gastro makes a lot of sense here. I like the screen on Gallade, but I think Check kind of just out prepped this game. I think that's really where he shined here. Yeah, Checkmate go move on to top 64. Let's go on to game 7 here. We have Axelray versus the Psy Guy. Let's take a look at this. Well, first round, notice he's Infernape loves this matchup. I mean, obviously Azelf outspeeds it, but like nothing really switches into it, right? Even if Azelf comes into Revenge, like you can go into like something like Snorlax. I mean, it's a rough Azelf matchup for Axelray for sure. But Snorlax can, like, if they have to boom their Azelf to trade with you, I think you're fine with that here, honestly. Kangaskhan's a little scary, but we have 3 Water Resist, we'll probably be fine. Scizor is, like, helpful into Celebi, and Snorlax, but it's as a bit of a rough time here, especially with Gyarados. Gyarados looking really solid. The Water Resist, obviously, Kingdra, and unfortunately, Gyarados has to lock into Outrage to deal with that, but not much really wants to take a +1 Outrage from Gyarados, does it? Not really. So, yeah, like, locking into Outrage isn't even that bad here, because the Steel type is relatively frail and can't do much back to you. Yeah, I think this is a really strong matchup for Axel. I think the only thing you have to be worried about is some sort of Azelf set, maybe. But even then, like, Azelf has trouble breaking through his team. I'm going to give this matchup heavily in Axelray's favor. Jolteon lead into Azelf. Azelf's going to U-turn, so it reveals Scarf on turn 1. As Jolteon is going to sub. Presumably it's going to get Toxic here. Yep, it's going to have the Toxic on the Donphan. Getting Chip on this early is nice. Switching out into Gyarados as Donphan's going to Earthquake again. Getting up Rocks. Good play by the side guy there. But now the Gyarados is in a prime position. Donphan's packing Thunder Fang. Wait, sure it's not getting. Yeah, Wakan and at -1 with just 30. And the other one's not going to kill. So you can click a second Dragon Dance, yeah. And now, like, Gyarados outspeeds everything. I will say, though, is there a priority map? Let me take a look here. Does there, well, I mean, I guess my gets Sucker Punch. And, oh, yeah, there's a whole lot of Scizor. What am I saying? Yeah, this thing's in Scizor range, so I guess you got the +2, but it didn't really get you anywhere, right? You could have just gotten a +1 and then killed it. And then, yeah, and then Scizor was, yeah, I will admit, I think getting the +2 was a huge misplay there. Like, you just go +1, you're at 70, you kill this, then what? How do they revenge you? Getting the +2 is super greedy for no gain at all. And we're going to sub with Infernape as Scarf Toxic comes out quick Earthquake. You got Flamethrower here to 75, but obviously we're forced out again. Into Blastoise, and having a ground me would be really nice here. Only a Shui one though. Blastoise is final, but it's Fizz Def, of course. Yep, it's going to take the hit. It's going to spin here. Get rid of those rocks. Those are staying off because Donphan is dead. Kingdra's to switch in as Celebi comes out, okay? Celebi's going to start Calm Minding as Kingdra's going to go Draco. That's going to miss by me. I don't think they would have done that much anyway, but it's still unfortunate. Mightyena is the last Pokemon side guy side. Psychic goes Aleph. Get a quick Hand Power, presumably Fire. Sugar Fang's going to do 50. Go Recover here as my clicks a Crunch. Okay, this only 39. That's a Fizz Def Celebi, yeah. HP Fire comes off. Does a lot. Might just get Taunt here, so Celebi at least can't recover anymore. I wish he had Sucker Punch. If it had Sucker Punch, I may have actually been able to do a lot of work here. Anyways, Azo's just going to come in U-turn, obviously. They're twin out. The Jolteon as Toxicroak comes in. Poison Jab comes out, takes out the Jolteon. In comes Snorlax, okay. Now we're just going to Body Slam, see if we power as the Kingdra. We don't. Blastoise is going to take the Draco, barely live, but I mean, it's in range of another one, of course. Hand Power, not good. I thought that may have been like some specs, but depending on the Blastoise spray, of course. Psychic comes off to Shui to Azo. We're lefties. U-turn does not kill because of the Fizz Def Celebi, of course. We'll recover here is the Scissor Scarf as well. I mean, it doesn't matter. We aren't. Well, we know. Yeah, he's going to scout for the Scarf. Makes sense. Scarf Scissor has been incredibly popular all tournament. Psychic's going to come out and not do like jack shit to Snorlax. So I was just going to Body Slam here, do 20. Get the power on Scissor. That's rough for Psychic. Of course, Bullet Punch is going to come out, and we're just going to see a Fire Punch, of course. Scissor will go down there. Toxicroak comes in, out to Infernape. Okay, sure. I don't get that. Is Celebi out of range? It is out of range, but I don't get sacking your Infernape there, and then it's going to get poisoned. Okay. What? Avenge? No, we always use... No, Coop. Revenge as in revenge kill. That's what revenge means, not to avenge. Revenge kill is a term in Pokemon. Why would I say avenge? Revenge kill is the term we use in Pokemon. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's see. Can Snorlax just win this endgame? Good Body Slam. It's going to crit the Kingdra. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's only did 40 before, so it needed to... Yeah, and that's going to be the end of the game. Azo is not going to be able to revenge the Snorlax, and then, yeah, Snorlax doing... What? I don't see the previous message. Choice Fan Ghastly using Lick for Power Chance. I don't see the previous message. Whatever. Maybe you didn't send it. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd say Lucky is. I mean, the buy some crit, but also, like, obviously, I think Sagai just played this better, I'll be honest. Like, Axel got really greedy and got rewarded. It's like, well, it's honest how it goes. But yeah, Axel is going to take home the 1-0 win here. Very close game. Going to game 8, we see here Lovin C63 versus Modesty 66, so very close in this one. We see a Scissor Kingdra Mirror, so both sides are looking to abuse Rain. Lovin's Rain Sarah is Smeargle, though. I mean, as with the last matchup, like, of course, Modesty up Rain can be abused by Lovin. And to be fair, there aren't great Water Resists on Modesty. Like, they're okay, but it can break through them pretty easily. Then again, there's the ground meal on Lovin's side is fucking Rotom, so Flygon looks fantastic here. Scissors, both looking decent here, obviously pretty effective in most matchups. Lovin's is going to be very important for breaking out of Celebi. I will say the Lovin's only Water Resist being Kingdra is really scary, so I think I have to use for Mono on that, because this Mono's offense is really strong here. Let's get into it. Lovin on the left, Mono on the right. Smeargle lead into Mesprit. It's going to taunt the Mesprit. That's a really fast Smeargle. And like a Solar Mesprit. Still, Rock Mesprit goes Psychic here, get off 70. You say U-turn out with the Smeargle, get off a tiny bit of chip, 10. It's super effective, 10%. Anyway, we're going to U-turn out on the Scissor into Flygon. We're going to Bullet Punch here for 76. That's banded as shit. Flamethrower is not even going to kill. Flygon's a little special attack coming back to bite it here. Bullet Punch again to Shui to a Poliwrath. That's a very fat Poliwrath, of course. Kingdra's going to come in on the Surf, take literally nothing. Dry Impulse going. I'm going to do 32 here. What's Poliwrath go quick back? He's got Toxic. This Poliwrath spread going crazy. We're going to Protect here. Yep. And we're getting this chip on the Kingdra, which is really big. Dry Impulse again. Yeah, 34, but it's Sir. So Kuri doesn't have an attacking move. That's fine when you're taking so much chip. You can just Protect here, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Kingdra's also taking Life Orb chip every time it attacks, so, like, it's pretty rough position for Mana. Out into Mesprit to kill Life Orb, fair enough. Dry Impulse only for it's a Spadef, Mesprit, and Citrus Berry, so that Kingdra barely made 80 progress. So we're going to come in, taunt the Mesprit, still doesn't want rocks going up. Sandstorm, interesting. Sure, I guess. Means Kingdra's going to take some extra chip. We can just Surf Magnus to take a ton of damage here. It's going to boom, though, taking out the opposing Kingdra with it. But Mana is up 5-3. Scissors going to come in as this Lucario. Cards be forced out to Rotom out of fear of a fighting move. Yep, there it is. Brick Break on the Scissor. Switch out into Celebi as we sub with the Rotom. So Rotom is looking in a pretty good spot now. We're going to protect the Celebi. See how it wants to do. It's just a Shallow Ball here. Fair enough. It's just a more offensive subset. Makes sense. A Shallow Ball again. That Celebi Calm Mind's okay, but like that doesn't really help you, does it? I guess you can recover, but like I guess if Mana is recover, it makes sense then. Which it probably does. Shadows come out, do 37. Go get the Spadef drop though. Giga Drain, oh no. I mean you were in range anyway with Shallow Ball, even after the lefties, yeah. Wait, hopefully that drop might change as much. Flyance can come in, be sacked to the Shallow Ball. You'll see Poliwrath come in. Thunderbolt's gonna knock it out. This Rotom might just queen here, actually. Does it? Shallow Ball? That's Healing Wish. Okay, bring back the Celebi, of course, but I don't know. It might be too late. Shallow Ball again, doing 56, yeah. Trying to Calm Mind strat again. But yeah, bro, I'm just going to substitute. I knew the Protect was coming, and that's just probably the end of the game. Right? Like, what can Celebi do here? And Giga Drain, yeah. Gonna be in range. Oh, double Protect means it might not be in range. Giga Drain for 62. Okay, maybe is. Nope, it's still. I guess you Protect again, so. Baron can just sub on this turn, right? I guess he can Shallow Ball works too, but. It might be a roll here. And it's gonna get the roll. Yep, Celebi's gonna go down. That's gonna be out of the game. Scissor obviously can't break. Even if it has like Night Slash Rock, it doesn't matter. Thunderbolt. Swords Dance, okay, but this Rotom definitely lives, right? From 61, I'm sure it does. Yeah, this Rotom just did. Oh my god, this Rotom almost soloed the entire team. That's crazy. Like, this Rotom actually kind of soloed the entire team. What the fuck? I mean, it did have a good matchup here, of course. Like, its stabs went crazy, but I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that it did this much. I guess one's fine. Yeah, I mean, something else that's very good. A very good perception by Levin to realize how good the Rotom was here. Happy to see Poliwrath Brawl. It's a cool Pokemon. Nothing else too crazy. Interesting Smeargle said, I don't really get the Sandstorm. Like, I guess it's to get rid of rain, but like you're just gonna die anyway. Unless like if you take hazards on the way in. I guess if you slash I don't know, I don't really get it. But yeah, Levin's gonna take home the 3-0 win, advancing to top 64. Okay. Game 9, we have Zeb Strike Him Down versus Drifting. C9 Zeb versus C1 Tway Drifting. Two very, very good players. So this should be a good match. And we see two very, very fat teams facing off. Both teams have a Rotom Appliance and a Hippowdon. So it's interesting. Both sides are going to be dealing with a lot of sand. Obviously, the Clef on Drifting side really appreciates the sand because it chips down Zeb's team a lot. Magzone trapping Skarmory calls to be really big. Skarmory obviously has to run Shed Shell here, but that means it doesn't have leftovers, meaning it's going to get passively worn down faster. Drifting doesn't. Yeah, I mean, Drifting's team is pretty just fat. Honestly, both teams are really fat here. I think a Stallbreaker Crobat could be very scary, though, if you can eliminate the Rotom, which is easier said than done. Roseray also looking pretty solid here, just like offensively, is like Quicking Leaf Storm or something is really good. I don't know. Rotom, I can't really say if Rotoms would be better or worse because it completely changes the metagame because then we lose a spin blocker. So I honestly don't know. It would completely change the metagame. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. I don't think I can call this one. I'm just gonna say it's even. They're both very fat teams. We're getting in for a long game, I'm sure. Let's get into it. 7 left drifting on the right. We see Hippo lead into Rotom Frost. Hippo forced out in turn 1 Fear of a Blizzard as Rotom's gonna quick hit, but Ninetales gonna come in. Okay, I didn't expect to see the Ninetales here. Out to Aerodactyls. Ninetales gonna like Hypnosis or something. He's gonna catch the arrow with Hypnosis. That is like the one thing Ninetales does in this generation, so fair enough. Out to Skarmory. Magnezone comes in on the rocks, but obviously, it's obviously Shed Shell. You obviously run Shed Shell. Thunderbolt comes off. That's 32. Into Hippo on the Thunder Wave. Very good play by Zeb there. Magnezone's going to Magnet Rise, okay? Hippo's going to Earthquake. Is it packing a way to force it out? Is it packing like Whirlwind or something? No, it's running fucking Superpower. I did not even know this thing got Super. That makes a lot of sense, but unfortunately, revealing the Superpower on Hippo now means that Clef is not going to have to worry about you, which, well, it will have to worry about you. Like, it knows it's coming, which is not great for Zeb, but, like, getting a lot of damage on Magnezone's is really big. Hippo's going to come in, get up rocks onto Zeb's side now. Switch out into Magnezone. That's only 17. We're going to fire up a Toxic, obviously not do anything. We're going to switch out into Rotom again. So we have Flash Cam for 27. Okay, but not again. I'm game viewers. Yep. Now we're gonna see. Yep. Rotom just go Hydro Pump. Tantacruel comes in, taking literally nothing. I mean, virtually nothing from that. It's like Spadef as hell. Switching out into Blastoise. Okay. Tantacruel's gonna knock off. Removing Blastoise leftovers means this Sand Chip's gonna add up real fast. Honestly, so far Drifting is looking like he's in the advantage in this game so far. Earthquake comes out, does nothing to Rotom, of course. We're going to see Hippo come in on the Shadow Ball, doing 41. That's not bad damage. Hippo also severe Blizzard, so it's forced to double into Ninetales. Blizzard's going to miss again because it's Blizzard, so not surprising. Tantacruel's going to come in. We already burned our Hypnosis on the arrow. Fireblast only going to do 14 here. Extra Sensory comes out. Still only has like choices, not a lot. Tantacruel's gonna get off the spin, but he's in range of Extra Sensory now. Bring back in the arrow. Take virtually nothing because of the Sand Spadef boost and Ninetales' low natural special attack. In comes Skarmory. Arrow's gonna sleep. Yep, of course, gonna start burning sleep turns. Go wake up, going to taunt here. Good, very good wake up for drifting there, obviously. Bring the Skarmory from Game Up Rocks. See, Rock Slide get crit the Blastoise. Oh no, that's rough for Zeb here. It's obviously gonna die of sand anyway. Then we do see the Hippo's going to come in here. Rotom's the switch. Hippo's going to slack off, but Blastoise going down means these rocks are going to stay up on Zeb's side, which is really rough for him. Sacking off the Rotom. He's now down 6-4. What's the last Pokemon? Will it maybe come in? Roserade is the last Pokemon. Okay, we knew this thing was very short. Blizzard's going to miss a third time. Wow. This Rotom is just missing. Did that Rotom miss 4 Blizzards? 1 second. 1, 2. It missed 3 in the 4th one and no target. Wow, that is depressing. Airshell 65. Ice Beam comes out. Is that like Specs Roserade? It might be. I think it's Specs, honestly, based on damage. It's getting low, but like taking out the Clef is really nice. Arrow's gonna come in. We go into Hippo. Very, very safe, obviously. Rockslog's gonna do virtually nothing to it. Gonna get Toxic though for his trouble. As it misses his own Toxic on the arrow. That's unfortunate. But I mean, he dodged all his Blizzards, so fair. Arrow's gonna taunt as Hippo's just got Superpower 57. That's not bad damage. Hippo's natural attack stat is higher than a lot of people think. It's like 112 or something. I don't remember. Superpower gonna bounce off this Hippo, the opposing Hippo, of course. And it is forced out because of the taunt and the Toxic and all that. So in comes Skarmory. Double into Magnezone. Good play by Drifting. Good play by Drifting there. Back into Ninetales, but it's probably gonna die Thunderbolt after the rocks. Oh, it Flash Cans. Big crit there. Roser's gonna come in though. Fire off the Urge Ball. Is that KO? It does KO from 40. Yeah, it's definitely smacks if it KO from 41. What the hell? Dino's gonna come in, quick Rock Slide. Roser's gonna go down. Can Zeb win with these last two? Hippo's gonna come back in again. Gonna get taunted so we can't slack off. We're gonna superpower, so not losing a turn there. You kill the Aerodactyl. Tacro's gonna come in here. Go double into Hippo, but Earthquake's gonna come out. Yeah, this is virtually nothing. There wasn't able to obviously slack off here, so Hippo's gonna be forced out into Scarm. I've been saying Hippo a lot this game, my god. Tacro comes in to Scarm have a way to deal with this. Surf's gonna come out for 37. Presumably as Brave Bird, yep, Tacro's gonna go down. Can we beat this Hippo? Scarm can Toxic it, so that's something. Oh, it's best way to hit his Crunch. Yeah, that's the Sui game then. Wait, does he not have fucking Roost? Why is he not? Oh, he's not roosting because of the Steel type change. Now he's gonna do it. Yep. And now it's game, yeah. Yeah, so Zeb's gonna pull it back in the end. He looked really behind for a while of the game, but he did manage to win it in the end. Obviously, 3 Blizzard misses really sucks for drifting, but I mean, I do feel kind of bad, but like, it's Blizzard. What can you say, right? It's Blizzard. But I think pretty good prep from both sides. I really liked it. Spectros made a lot of sense. The Grassless were very poor on this team. I like Superpower Hippo a lot. Makes a lot of sense here. I don't know if I would have brought the Ninetales. I feel like I don't know. Actually, no. Nothing else here is great. But yeah, fair enough. But Zeb's gonna take him the 2-0 win at advancing. I have not seen the ZA trailer, but I know what came out. I seen like pictures of the new stuff. I don't care enough to watch the trailer, honestly. Like, I know what came out. That's good for me. Game 10, last game of the night, we have Kron, seed 36, versus Sir Normington, 15, seed 93. I'm just going to call him Norm. So, let's take a look here. We see Dragonite looking pretty solid. I mean, obviously, there's a couple of things that can Ice Shard it, but it's still looking really, really good here. It's quite hard for Normington to deal with defensively. I can see, like, a mix set, maybe, with Draco Meteor could be decent. I don't know. Dragon actually is a bit of a tougher time than I'm giving it credit for. It's a bit difficult here. Suicune not looking bad though into Celebi. The one problem is that like you can't hit Vaporeon if you're mono water. Both sides have Frostlass and both sides have a spinner, but Normington's spinner is a bit worse into Frostlass than Kron's, of course. And but also both sides can try and Drapion trap the opposing Frostlass to get up the hazards. So that's gonna be really interesting in a meta game there. I like Jolteon a lot on Kron's side. It looks very, very good here. Suicune is not great. Heatran isn't amazing, but like Suicune can check it. I'm going to call this one even. It's pretty tight here. Let's go into it. Kron on the left, Normington on the right. Drapion leading into Electro. Just going to taunt. Just got Earthquake for 66. Okay. Looks just going to go out to Donphan. So we're just going to Earthquake again. Yep, you have 22%. It's not a ton. Into Suicune. Okay, out to Drapion. And we're going to go out to Celebi here. Oh, Suicune's going to sub. Okay. Suicune now a dangerous position. Celebi's going to Calm Mind. Suicune's going to Toxic. Okay, so Celebi came back to sub, but obviously it's going to be forced out eventually. Into Frostlass. Wow. Energy Ball is 74. Does Frostlass have a way to deal with this? I mean, I guess he doesn't want to find out, so he's going to switch Ice Beam doing only 28 to Drapion. That's not a ton. So if it's a more special defense, we'll get up a Spike as Drapions give a Toxic Spike. Okay. Kron not wanting to get Pursuit Trapped. HP Ground can come off to 30%. HP Ground barely does more than Ice Beam, though, I will say. But obviously, there's a Heatran, so that makes sense. Kron's Drapion going to come and absorb the T-Spikes as Donphan's going to come out. Drapion's going to Swords Dance. Oh, wow. We have Aqua Tail. We are. It's not going to kill the Donphan, though. Earthquake's going to come out. Is it Shucka? It is Shucka Berry. So Drapion is going to tank that pretty well. Ice Shard for another 12. Earthquake will KO here. Electro's going to be the bring in here. Out to Fortress is expecting a boom, but it's got HP something. HP probably Ice or Ground, one of the two. Farmel's going to do 32 into Fortress. Fortress going to KO with Earthquake. Then Heatran's going to come in here. Suicune is the switch, of course. We go Lava Plume is going to get a burn. It will. So a 30% burn chance coming in clutch here for Normington. Out to Jolteon on the Vaporeon double. Very good play by Kron there. Vaporeon's going to protect. Kron's just going to fire off the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt again, do 76. That's pretty good damage. It's Life Orb. Okay, well. Vaporeon's going to Wish here. It's going to protect. But I mean, it's a very free Thunderbolt, of course. It's not in range to the next one, but like this Vaporeon is just getting super pressured. Celebi comes in. We have Thunderbolt, but sure we have follow-up Signal Beam kills. Even without that crit, I'm sure a follow-up Signal Beam would have killed. But I guess he's going to double, and yeah, okay, so that crit definitely mattered for, like, chip purposes, of course. Heatran's going to come in. Is he wearing HP Ground? Maybe. Presumably not. In comes Suicune. Heatran's going to Lava Plume again. Yep, do some chip. Suicune's going to Surf for 50. Heatran's going to get the rocks, so that's pretty nice for Normanton era. It might be too late. Dragon's going to come in as we fire up a Toxical Suicune, expecting the Celebi of the Vaporeon. Go Surf here, do 29. Losing Drapian's going to Crunch, but that's not going to KO. In comes Vaporeon. Take the Spike Series, going to heal up from the Surf, but I mean, it's not, I don't think it matters that much. Obviously, going to Protect here, so we can die a Burn. We're going to try and Toxic, but not going to work. But I mean, this just lets Jolteon back in. Yep, here it is again. It's still a gigantic fucking problem. 75 once again. Is it gonna Surf? No, it's just gonna Wish. Okay, but I mean, I don't think you can Wish Protect this off forever, right? You're getting 63% every time. It's doing 75. Thunderbolt again. Yep, 79. It's doing a ton of damage. So you can Wish, but like, after this next one, it's gonna be in range. Yeah, and then it might just the Jolteon might just clean at that point. I feel like at some point you have to just kill this thing, right? Out comes Drapion, but like surely at some point you just have to kill the Jolteon. Like you're playing with your food way too much here. If Jolteon comes in, Celebi comes in, just gonna Thunderbolt. No, but obviously not gonna. So we just gonna Thunderbolt. Yeah, Vaporeon's gonna go down. Yeah, no, Normanton's losing all his pieces here. Yep, yeah. I mean, I don't get the sequences around the Jolteon. I think he played that very poor. I'm not gonna lie. You eventually you just have to kill it, right? Like you can't just lay it stay in forever. Eventually you just have to kill it with Surf, and he didn't, and it was his undoing. Yeah. Nothing too crazy on your side prep wise. I like the Drapion, of course, but that's a pretty standard saying to stuff like Donphan. But yeah, good win by Kron here. I will show a preview for next game, and I'm gonna go to sleep. So next game we have here. Next matchup is Piu versus Dusty Dusknoir with his trusty Dusknoir. That's how I'm gonna call it. Have a good